Good morning and welcome. In this video, I'm going to lay out my plan for making my living room into a digital classroom by using the Microsoft Surface and YouTube, and I'm going to explain my expectations for you and your participation in that process. This is going to kind of be the class expectations, rules, and regulations video, which I know is a little long and boring, but please cut me some slack. I got to make this stuff clear up front and at the beginning. Here's how I'm going to proceed. I'm going to give you guys some general information about what class on YouTube is going to look like. Then I'm going to give you some information specific to freshmen and their homework assignments, followed by some information specific to juniors and their homework assignments. And then I'll wrap up with general thoughts, ideas, and my assignment for all of you, freshmen and juniors, before our first class on Monday or Tuesday. So, general information first. All of our classes are going to have three parts, three phases. First, there's going to be a video, like this one, that's going to introduce the content for the day and the material. It's going to be lecture style. It'll run longer or shorter depending on how much material and what material we're covering. It will be posted before class begins. So if our class starts Monday morning at 8 a.m., you can expect that this video will be up before Monday at 7. Ideally, I'll try for a day before. It'll be at least an hour before. My expectation is that you spend the first few minutes of our scheduled class time watching the video. If you want to watch it early, that's fine. But that first 10, 20, 30 minutes, whatever it is, of class time will be dedicated to watching the video for that day. Second part of every class will be a live stream, and this is the part I'm really excited about. I'm actually going to live stream with you guys as a class. I'll have the video stream going. You can ask me questions in the little chat box that'll pop up. I can answer your questions. I'll ask you questions, and I expect to see lively class discussion in that chat box. This, by the way, is why it's going to be so very important that you're using your school email address and not some other handle associated with your personal email address, because I'm not giving academic credit to Gamer Girl or For the Boys, which are some handles I've seen commenting on my page so far. I need to be giving credit to first name, last name for the academic students. If you haven't already, make sure you're using our school email address, and that's what you're logged into YouTube with. Third part of every class, after the live stream, will be a homework assignment. I'm going to give you some work to do, and I'm going to have you post it as a comment on the next class's video. More details about that, a specific grade by grade. I'm going to give the freshmen some information now. Juniors, your information comes back when I'm in the middle of the frame, so feel free to skip ahead. Freshmen, just like we've been doing, your homework is going to be reading scripture and understanding it, a little bit of reading comprehension. I'm not going to give you a paper assignment sheet. We're going to do what we did with Maccabees, where you're going to read and outline. So, oh, by the way, this is a paper Bible I'll be using. I'll show it to you since it's not what you're used to. This is my HarperCollins Catholic Study Bible. It is a New American Bible Revised Edition like we've been using in our class. It should match the text of your online Bible. This is what I'll be using. I got a few other Bibles. In fact, I have lots of others in various levels of academic commentary and nerdiness and helpfulness. We'll show them off as the course goes on. So, a typical assignment for you, freshmen, is going to be to read a few chapters of scripture, specifically from the Gospels, and summarize it for me in outline format. Here's how I'd like you to do that. This is the beginning of the Gospel of Mark. The first subheading under Mark 1 says, "The Preaching of John the Baptist." So your outline will say, "The Preaching of John the Baptist." And then you give me some bullet points summarizing who the important people are and what happens in that story. The next subheading is the baptism of Jesus. So when you're done with the preaching of John the Baptist, you'll go to the baptism of Jesus. And again, you'll give me bullet points. Long stories, many bullet points. Short stories might just be one bullet point. Your job is to give me a summary, plot, and characters of what happens. Don't worry too much about what it means or how to interpret it. That's what we're going to do in our lecture and discussions. Freshmen, your homework assignment for our next class, which is either Monday or Tuesday, depending when we meet, is the first 5 chapters of Mark. Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's about 26 subheadings. It's 26 very short stories. Don't worry, some of them are only like 2 lines long. I expect that you are going to write an outline of the first 5 chapters of Mark. That's about, I think, 26 subheadings. And post it as a comment at the beginning of next class's video, which will be posted in advance. I'll make sure the video is up. You post your outline. I'll take 1 or 2 good examples and I'll post them for everyone to see. Everyone else, your comments will not necessarily be seen by everyone. Mostly they'll just be seen by me. Mark 1 through 5. Juniors, your homework's going to look a little different. I'm going to assign your homework at the end of the live stream. So again, you need to be present and paying attention and participating for the whole live stream discussion. And that's because it's going to be a critical thinking or personal reflection question based on our class discussion. So we're going to talk about the topic I introduced. We might get a little off track depending where your questions are. At the end, I'll assign you a question. You should expect about a paragraph length response. You'll write your paragraph, and again, you'll post it as a comment on the video for our next class before or at the beginning of class. Class begins at 8 a.m. I want your comment posted by 8 a.m. that day. If it's there at 8:05, don't expect academic credit. Don't worry, if I have you writing something personal, I'm not going to display your comments. Your personal faith reflections are not going to be on the internet searchable by your name. We're not going there. I'm going to keep all comments private. I'm only going to post ones that are high quality and objective. So if it could be a critical thinking theology puzzle question to solve, a couple good answers will get posted with feedback so everyone can see what I was looking for. If it's personal, it's private, just like usual. So you should expect to write a paragraph length response to be ready for each class based on last class's live stream discussion. Quick review, 3 parts to every class. First, lecture with a pre-posted video. Second, live stream with a lot of Q&A and class discussion back and forth with you and me, which will be graded as class participation. Third, homework, which will be posted as a comment at the beginning of next class's video. Now, some specific information for today. I'm going to ask each one of you to post a comment in this video as an assignment. I don't really care what you say in the comment. What I need to see is that you are posting from your school email address. So again, no personal handles for this one. I need to see comments from first name, last name of my students from my classes. If I don't see some kind of comment from you, I'll be checking in to find out why not, and I'll consider that a participation issue. I really do need that digital feedback from you to know that this is working. You can just say hi, you can ask a question. If you think you got the hang of it, you could ask an off-topic question. I just might answer it in the next video. That could be fun. If you're not sure what else to comment, give me an off-topic question. Let's see what happens. Comments come in before the video. Your homework assignments come in before the next class's video begins, and we'll spend the actual scheduled class time in that email that the school sent home doing our lessons. That about wraps it up for now. I think that gives us a look at what grades and participation and work will look like and how we're going to run. I'll be updating how this is going to run as I see what works and what doesn't. For example, I think live streaming is going to work, but we're going to find out. I've never done it before. Oh, and before I forget, survey question. Again, with your thumbs up, thumbs down button, here's what I'd like you to do. Please vote on this video, and here's how I want you to vote. If you love the idea that your less than cool, less than tech-savvy teacher is going to be live streaming theology lessons and that kind of sounds more fun than class, give me a thumbs up. If this is so cringy because I just somehow managed to ruin live streaming and make it uncool, give me a thumbs down. I won't be offended. I want to see how this is hitting you guys at home. That wraps it up for me here today. I look forward to your comments and your votes. I will be following up if you're not participating in the way I've asked you to. Thank you so much for your time. I'm praying for you and your families, for your health and safety at this time. I hope that you're doing the same for me. God bless.